If it is or if it ain't, it's going to come out. Good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration and juice. It is October the 3rd, 2023, and today the topic is understanding. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Happy Tuesday, man. It feels like it's the end of the week for some reason to me, man, but I don't know. Am I trying to rush through the week so we can get to NJ's birthday? I don't know. But yeah, man, it's just Tuesday. Just Tuesday. I hope that you guys had a wonderful Monday. Mine was just fine. I'm doing my stuff, man. You know, my Mondays are usually kind of slow. So when they are slow, I take a, day of rest / do nothing day. And so that's kind of how it was. I mean, I had some conversations and was, working on some little stuff, that type of thing. But outside of that, it was a day of rest, if you will. So this morning, you guys, I woke up around 1 something, made a note of that, all of that, but eventually, by the time I started to do the prayer meditation, actually, I don't know when it was. I don't know if it was during the prayer meditation or afterwards or before, but at some point this morning, the word understanding came into my heart and mind, and I feel like I received a word or two for it and whatnot. I even went a little deeper into looking into that song, Understanding. Y'all may know about Escape. I ended up listening to, or no, I didn't listen to it. I ended up reading the lyrics, and that spoke to me. I felt like that was like a love letter from the Lord today for us. And then I even looked into the lyricist. I didn't write down his name, but I think it was Manuel Steele. I forget the middle name, but all 3 names spoke volumes and whatnot. And so maybe in the after show, I'll go deeper with you guys and share that information that I came across with y'all, because I did not write any of that down. But yeah, very, very interesting. I guess study this morning about understanding. So let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Understanding, the definition, it says the ability to understand something, comprehension. Now, on one hand, as I was writing this down, I was like, I probably should have went deeper because it used understand to define understanding. But I didn't. So if you guys need to do that, maybe go look up the word understand rather than understanding, and maybe you'll get a little bit of a deeper understanding or definition. But mostly I would say that my focus today was on some articles that I came across at gotquestions.org. I went deeper with this search about understanding, and it led me to mostly kind of understanding the Bible as well as God. I got kind of led in that direction this morning when I was looking into the word understanding. And so, yeah, there's a couple articles that I read there. One of them was called, Why is Understanding the Bible Important? And then the other one was, Why is it so hard to understand the Bible? I feel like both of those, spoke volumes to me this morning and gave me some things to think about and some more understanding. But there was a quote in the second one that stood out to me. And this is what it said. It said, sin clouds and distorts our understanding and leads us to twist the Bible to our own liking. I mean, I think that example is all around us. I'm not saying nothing new. I think we've all probably experienced that one way or another. Twisting the word of God to, fit our liking because of how we choose, I guess, to understand it rather than, I guess, seeking the Lord beforehand to say, Lord, let me lay down my biases and my preconceived notions and things of that nature to get an understanding from you. I feel like I've been talking about this. I feel like I kind of talked about this yesterday. But I mean, perhaps I need to double down on this for those that listen to the sound of my voice. Because yeah, I mean, we all do it. You know, we all have done it and things of that nature. But I guess the question is, are you going to do something different? Are you going to seek the Lord and take His word for what it is, what He has to say? Are you going to honor that and things of that nature, or are you going to continue to twist it for your own benefit, liking, however you may insert the blank there? You guys can let that marinate on your hearts and minds, but here goes some verses that stood out to me this morning to share. Jeremiah 9:24 says, "But let him who boast in this, that he understands and knows me, that I am the Lord who practices steadfast love, justice, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, declares the Lord." I mean, listen, did I talk about this yesterday? I feel like at some point I shared here on the juice, like, the whole concept again about boasting in the Lord. If you're going to boast, that's what you need to be boasting in. And he's doubling down here to say, this is what you should be boasting in. And then how can we boast if we don't understand him or his word, right? And again, I think maybe we don't understand his word because we don't study his word. We don't get into his word for ourselves. So that's, I guess, the beginning of that issue. And then again, I mean, is there ways to understand God outside of the Bible? Perhaps there's some ways, right? I mean, there's definitely encounters and whatnot that I've experienced that isn't necessarily a Bible related thing, like when I worship, I mean, it's in the Bible, but what I'm saying is like, it's not actively me reading it or something like that, or doing a deep dive study, but I've encountered God and things like that. But to truly understand him and his nature and his will, his way, and all those different type of things, we got to get into it, y'all. I'm trying to encourage and inspire y'all every day to do what I'm doing here, study these things for yourself and let him lead and guide you in what he wants you to know and do. I don't know, I'm going to go ahead and share another verse. John 1:1, it says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." Y'all, I mean, I guess I kind of got led into this direction because maybe this could be something to start or spark the interest for getting to know him a little better, right? If we have I guess, deeper understanding of the word and everything like that, and understanding that just what this verse is saying, the word was with God and the word was God. Again, like I told y'all time and time again, man, it took me years, right, to understand just what that meant and things like that. And then even again, the concept of Jesus being God, Jesus being Yahweh, one and the same, all that, the 3 in 1, all that type of stuff. I mean, honestly, it might take us all a little bit of time to really gather and understand these things. I know as I was going deeper about, this whole topic today of understanding in general, and I was telling y'all about the different articles that I read at godcourses.org. One of the ones, after I read those two, I ended up kind of going deeper about the concept of like, I didn't write it down, so I probably should have, but I'm trying to think. Like it was about, again, like those that are struggling to believe that it's real, right, and things of that nature. So there was articles that was kind of addressing that, like, one of the number one narratives that's out there these days is, the Bible is, has been changed and all this type of stuff that people say. They have an article about that on godquestions.org. Again, we can take it all with a grain of salt. I'd say all the time as well, if we need to do the deep dive to figure out for yourself if the Hebrew is saying the same thing that the English is saying, and all of that, like if you have to do all of that to get the understanding, then by all means do it. But if you're not going to do any of that, then stop trying to use it as an excuse to not believe. Because if you're not going to go and confirm the Hebrew or whatever, the original language and all that type of stuff, you're just really trying to find a reason, right? You're just trying to find a loophole or a way of escape, I guess, from the things that the Bible has to say. So really, it's a heart issue at the end of the day. It's not what the word is saying. Even if God was to crack the sky right now, like, you still probably wouldn't believe. You probably be like, "Oh, is this AI?" Because that's your heart, right? If you're one of those people, right? And no judgment if you are. I mean, I'm sure we all, have been at some point, but I just hope that you have time to work through all of these things in your journey before quote unquote time is up. But anywho, let me share this last verse with you guys, at least the one that I have to share. That's part of the juice, and that is John 14:9. It says, Jesus said to him, "Have I been with you so long, and you still do not know me, Philip? Whoever has seen me has seen the Father. How can you say, show us the Father?" Even the disciples that walked with him struggled. You know what I mean? Even that they had the questions, and didn't fully understand and things of that nature. So, you're not alone. You don't have to feel like, or beat yourself up about having a lack of understanding. It just behooves you to, seek him for the wisdom and get a better understanding. Take the time to do that, like, y'all. I guess this is ultimately the juice today. If you guys want to, get an understanding about any of the things that I've shared here, or just get to know God more through the Word by getting to know the Bible more and things of that nature, I hope that you're encouraged and inspired to do so, because, like I said, that's the juice. Now, the Bible verse of today is Lamentations 3:22 and 23. It says, "It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because his compassion and his compassions fail not. They are new every morning, but great is thy faithfulness." So, yeah, you guys, I hope that you guys are encouraged and inspired. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration and juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Let me apologize to my podcast people, because, friends, I am going to go a little bit deeper with those that may be watching the live version, so that might be something you guys want to do. Just check us out on GodSexAndLove.com. Their video versions of this are there, as well as on the God, Sex, and Love YouTube and things like that. Hopefully you guys can tune in and check out the after shows and stuff that I just stay on live a little bit longer when I record. But yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and look up those lyrics I was telling you guys about, and I'm going to read those, and then I'm also going to share what I found with the guy's name that wrote it. And yeah, maybe a little bit more info. So, all right, podcast people, y'all have a great day. Bye-bye. Did you know that you can support us for just 99 cents a month? That's right, friends. You can support everything that we do here at GSL for just 99 cents a month. Take a look around wherever this post is. You might see a link or maybe even a button that says support. Go there, check out the options, consider supporting us, because, we enjoy bringing you all the daily inspiration as well as the weekly talk show, but we have much, much more to come. Thank you so much for the consideration. Bye-bye.